Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm glad you're here at _Freedom for Life _. I am so excited for today's conversation because today I want to tell you the number one thing you can do for your health and well-being. So let's get started. Hey, so as we're getting started, could you do me a favor? Could you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can be a part of every conversation that we're having? And don't forget to hit the notification bell because every week we have a conversation that you may want to hear. Hey, so what is the answer to that, right? What's the number one thing you can do for your health and well-being in your life? Well, I'll give you the answer first and then I'll give you the explanation. The answer is to say no more often. The explanation is this. First off, I'll give you a caveat. It's not saying no to chocolate cake or ice cream. It's not saying no to an alcoholic beverage or whatever, or extra rest in your day or a nap in the middle of the week. It's not saying no to any of those things. What it is saying no to things that are taking away what's working in your life. Here's what I mean. Sometimes in our lives, maybe not you, but sometimes me for sure, is I have a relationship with people that put kind of an obligation or an expectation on the relationship. You know what I mean? Those times where you're feeling drained or tired or sick or whatever, but so-and-so is expecting me to be there, or I'm obligated to do this or that thing in my life. And what I've found is the hardest thing to do is to say no, is to disappoint, is to tell somebody that you're not going to do that thing. But here's the issue. There's only so much time I have during my day, and you as well, and there's core relationships. For me, it's my wife and it's my daughter and people that I'm really close to. And the problem is that there's people outside of that group who have expectations and kind of feel that there's an obligation that I have to be a part of their life. Or, you know, if you're a pastor, you feel like you're obligated to fix everybody's problems. Or a counselor, it's the same exact thing, right? Or you're somebody that's part of a family, you feel like you've got to be at every party and every event and everything that everybody else is doing because, well, we're family and we're doing that. But sometimes we do that at the cost of the health of the relationships that matter most. So sometimes the best thing to do is to choose your own health, relational health and physical health, and say no. I know it's not easy sometimes, but here's the truth. If I'm not going to prioritize my health and the relationships that matter most, all of a sudden I won't be good to anybody. If I say yes to everybody outside the family, then I don't have any time to say yes to the people in the family. And here's one for you. We're in America and we love doing things every waking moment of our lives. Sometimes it's saying no to folks, not because you don't have time to do it, but because you need time to step aside. You need time to rest. You need time to recuperate. You need time to get away from the noise so that you can focus on the things that matter most in your life. In the Christian heritage, there were these people, monks and spiritual leaders, and they would take time away from all of the hustle and bustle and all of the people around them. They'd actually go into the desert or times away in quiet places because they couldn't find that time to be close to God because of all the noise that was around them. Sometimes that's the case in our spiritual walk, but it's also sometimes the case in our relationships. Sometimes we need to just take a day away or a weekend away get away from our social media. I'm saying this on YouTube. Or we need to take a time away from our normal obligations to spend time in that one meaningful, healthy relationship that we really want to invest in. Sometimes we try and invest in every relationship and we're really not deeply involved in any of them. But if we invest in monumental and important relationships, sometimes those deeper relationships are built. And I'm telling you this, deeper relationships are better than more and many. So what's the healthiest thing you can do sometimes? Is say no. Is say no to all the extra activities, is say no to other people's expectations and obligations on your life, is say no to things that are just filling up your calendar and your time. Because first and foremost, you need to invest in you. Secondly, you need to invest in those you're close to. Thirdly, you need to invest in your relationship with God. Everything else is nice but not necessary. But those things that are necessary mean that sometimes you may have to feel like you're not nice by saying no. People will understand if they know you and love you, and if they don't understand, then that lets you know where that relationship's at. But at the end of the day, your health and your well-being, your impact in the world will come from deep and meaningful relationships, first with God and then with those you love. And you'll have much more meaning in your life if you do that. I encourage you, I implore you, I will just give you this. Saying no sometimes is the healthiest thing you can do. Try it sometime in a good and pleasant and kind way. And you'll have a life that is great in meaning and deep in commitment and love, and one where you might feel like you have everything to give to all those things that matter. Hi, I'm Mark. I'm glad you're here at _Freedom for Life _. Do me a favor, hit that like button if this resonates with you. Share this conversation with somebody you know that maybe needs to say no every once in a while. Let me know in the comments down below one place where you said no and it added to your life instead of taken away. And at the end of the day, dominate your day.